الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على الأشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. It's the 1st of Dhul Qadr 1434 Hijri, corresponding with the date 7th of September 2013. We're in the office of Masjid Ibn Taymiyyah Brixton with our Ustaduna Omar Jamaiki, and we've got a number of questions related to the dawah that is being propagated from Brixton Masjid. So, Assalamu alaikum ya Umar.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
What is the dawah that Brixton Masjid propagates, and what are the books that are taught in the masjid?
Bismillah. Wassalatu wassalam Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa ashabihi wa man sara sabilihi ila yawmiddin amma ba'd. As for concerning the dawah of Brixton and also the books that have been taught in Brixton, we'll start with the first concerning. As for the dawah of Brixton Masjid, that's upon the way of concerning the ulama concerning at-tasfiyah wa tarbiyah ala manza an-nabuwah, concerning that the purification and the cultivation of the shabab and the Muslim upon the way of the Prophet ﷺ, and also the way of the Salaf al-Salih. And that has been established since years back, since the brothers first got responsibility over the masjid, that have been trying to establish a particular path of the way of ad-dawah salafiyah. As for matters relating to the books that have been taught regarding in the masjid, then also we have taken great consideration regarding what is taught, so that these books that they do reflect concerning the dawah that we propagate, and of those books that we have done in various areas. So there are books in Aqidah that have been taught and being taught, and we'll start first with those books that are being taught at the moment. As for lesson that we have, or that is conducted in the masjid regarding matters of i'tiqad, regarding concerning Ashar al-Sunnah by Imam Barbahar rahimahullah, that's being taught at the moment. Also Lumatul i'tiqad by Ibn Qudama, also other books in matters concerning at-Tawheed, Kitab al-Tawheed itself also being taught. Also in matters concerning hadith, we have done Arba'in, Lu'lu wal-Marjan, also Adab al-Mufrad by Imam Bukhari rahimahullah. Also regarding matters of fiqh, books that have been covered concerning Manhaj al-Salikin by Ibn Sa'di. Also other books that have been covered and still being taught concerning wajiz, and other books, also Umdatul Ahkam. So these are the various books that have been taught in the masjid and still being taught.
Brixton Masjid has been accused of being a masjid of Hizbiyah. How do you respond to this? And does the masjid have any bigoted partisanship to any group, sheikh or personality?
No, that's for the second question regarding does the masjid have any, the masjid have been accused of Hizbiyah.
No.
And then the second question regarding do we have any type of bigoted partisanship towards particular individuals and groups.
No.
As for the first part of the question regarding does the masjid it's been said that the masjid has been ruled upon the masjid, or there's a hukum been passed regarding where Hizbiyah. Then as for that particular question, to answer it and to look into that matter, I don't know of this person. I don't per se know of any of the people of ilm that we know and trust from Ahlul Sunnah that have passed any judgment regarding the masjid being Hizbiyah. And whoever has communicated this information, then we ask concerning the person furnish us with that information concerning who's the alim of Ahlul Sunnah who have said this, have made this hukum that we are Hizbiyah, and what are the reasons why this person have passed this hukum. And we need to hear the tape, or this, the tape from the beginning to the end regarding that discussion. So that's concerned that matter. And so, as for the word Hizbiyah today is used unfortunately by some of those people who affiliate themselves to the Sunnah, but they use it in a way somewhat to tarnish the reputation of others who may disagree with them on certain matters. So the word is used very loosely, and the ulama of Ahlul Sunnah concerning passing the judgment, they hold to be a judgment being passed on a person and require that it be done upon ilm with other guidelines to be followed. So it's not something that to be used loosely, as sometimes done by some. So these are things that whoever is accusing us of this, we said as I mentioned, atu burhanukum in kuntum sadiqin, bring your proof if you're truthful regarding this judgment you're passing upon this and accusation you're raising. And that we always here, we're willing to discuss the people who have this idea of us being Hizbiyah. But the primary thing concerning that, if this has been passed by any of the people of the ulama of Ahlul Sunnah, then when we would like to see that information from the beginning to the end. If it's in Arabic, alhamdulillah, we have people who can understand and read Arabic, and also in English, alhamdulillah, we're in the battle of Ahlul Kufr who do speak English.
No.
So that's concerning the first part of that particular matter. As for the second half regarding any type of I think Hizbiyya or Asabiyya towards any part of any particular organization or individual. From what I know of Brixton, since all the 8 years, approximately 8 years that I've been here, we have no type of fanatic partisanship to no alim. As a part of the Dawah to Ahlul Sunnah, Dawah to Salafiyya, that we have ihtiram, we respect the ulama of Ahlul Sunnah, who are known, and tulabul ilm of Ahlul Sunnah, without per se trying to belittle anyone from the ulama of Ahlul Sunnah and the tulabul ilm of Ahlul Sunnah, but also without having ta'assub to any particular individual. Nam or taqdis al-ashkhas. We have never traveled down this path, as this is of the things that is contrary to Dawah to Salafiyya. So we have respect for the ulama, we love the ulama, we try to spread the dawah of the ulama that we see that is suitable to the environment and I think the people require to know. But as for having any partisanship towards any particular individual, then this is, as again, those who may have made this claim, then we like to show us those individuals that we have been defending, particular person more so than another. Then we said, bring this information. Sorry. But the message is, the dawah of the message is not to hold any partisanship to any group also that have gone away from the manhaj of Ahlul Sunnah.
The administration of Brixton Masjid has historically had a connection with Sheikh Ali Hassan al-Halabi. A scholar has made a judgment of tabdi on him. Do the administration hold the position that he is a mubtadi?
No, so as for this matter, the third matter regarding that some of the Mashaykh have passed a judgment on Sheikh Ali Hassan that he's from Ahlul Bidah and passed that judgment, then we all concerned that the person who's an alim, a mujtahid, who has the tool to make ijtihad, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then he have that right to make it ijtihad. But as for that being, but also, especially regarding, seeing that as mentioned, we have this, we are known, and Sheikh Ali is well known throughout the Muslim world, that we know of this person dawah. That this person dawah is concerned that one is one of the more renowned of the student of Sheikh Albani rahimahullah, or as some refer to him as Imam Muhammad Nasiruddin Albani, and that he have a long connection with the people of England for years, from what I can recall, regarding coming in and teaching the people their deen. And of recent time that he has some differences between himself and some of the Mashaykh, and it have led to some of the Mashaykh that have passed some hukum that is from Ahlul Bidah, from what I understand and know. As for this matter, it's a matter that for any masjid and for any talibul ilm and a Muslim, that if we find there is a difference between the people of ilm, then we look to say, what are the issues that are being discussed, if the person will have that tool to look at the issues that are being discussed, and also to see concerning what are the aqwal of the other of the ulama who know of the situation. And from what we know, and I've come to attention, that majority of the ulama does not share this view, and some of them have even written books and all openly clarify their position regarding these matters. And of those, and you have many who can give name, we can mention name, but it is sufficient that we know of some of the renown of the ulama who have looked at this matter and does not deem concerning this hukum that is passed, that they agree with it.
Type. What are the principles of Ahlul Sunnah when it comes to differing between the scholars? And what should be the stance of the students of knowledge and the general people?
Next to the answer the matter concerning that the matter relating to the principle of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah regarding matters concerning tabdi'. That as you mentioned before, that tabdi' is hukum shari, is a matter concerning our Islamic rule as a hukum being passed in the name of Islam. And the ulama of past and present have passed judgment on certain individuals that these people are of Ahlul Bidah, based upon those people that they have adopted a path that goes in contrary to the way of the Salaf al-Salih, and have principles that they follow, dhawabit that are in place that doesn't per se align to the Quran, to the Sunnah and the way of the Salaf al-Salih. So based upon that, those hukum were passed and reasonable and judged and were to be passed. But with this also the ulama, so as not to open a door for confusion, that they have put down certain conditions or certain guidelines regarding these matters of those things that to be looked at, and some of these things have been discussed in like books of as more contemporary books concerning Rad al-Mukhalif, regarding what are the dawabit, what are usul regarding passing judgment and others, and you have a few of those books are available and there and that we can benefit from. So the general line that we can mention regarding for the person who's the general Muslim, regarding these matters, a talib al-ilm who is somewhat new to ilm, and we don't claim to be a person of great knowledge. Now we can somewhat move along with what have been mentioned by the ulama of Ahlul Sunnah.
Who are the scholars that Brixton refers back to?
As for regarding the matter that's to add concern the matters regarding at-tabdiyah upon others, that the general army, the Muslim, who's from the general people and the awam, and I believe that most of us in this country, we're in that category of people that regarding those matters, that we should in those matters that look concerning one, who are those ulama who are passing this judgment? Are they of those people who are who are equipped to pass a judgment, and also that they have made it clear regarding that the areas that person fell into error.
No.
So it's very clear, and that is if we were to say that a person did fall into error, and no one is ma'soom.
No.
If the person did fell into errors, to see if it was done intentionally or the principle the person is trying to establish that contradicts Dawt Salafiyya, and also have the person gone against one of the usul of Ahlul Sunnah.
No.
Nam, and some of these usul have been outlined clearly concerning books like Aqid al-Wasitiyya, where Shaykh al-Islam Ibn Taymiyyah mentioned the usul of Ahlul Sunnah in various matters. So the person have gone against a established usul. And when I say the person that have to be an ijma between the ulama, the fact that ulama of Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah who are established and very precise in this matter, I've looked at the matter, then it is something that should be taken on board. But if there's contradiction between the ulama, then it becomes a different approach. We need to look at both sides to see what have been produced, why one have come to such conclusion, and why the other may have see different. But it requires concerning ilm, not based upon emotion.
I'll just ask the question again. Who are the scholars that Brixton refers back to?
As for the scholars that Brixton looked at, the word scholars today, sometime from what I've seen, that it is used in a very loose way. That I'm concerned the word ulama is used to mean, I'm not sure what is intended by those when sometimes they use this word. But a person who trying to be precise regarding what is meant by the ulama, it was the ulama of our time, and we have people are concerned the carriers of ilm, that they're upon tabaqat, they are on different levels and degree, not everyone is equal. So we need to know concerning what the tabaqat was, the ulama in this context, I think mean concerning the people on the highest level. That I will say sometimes kibar ulama. As for the kibar that we look to and take on board their advice and their tawjihat and their writings and benefit from them, we have other lives concerning that are commonly known concerning Sheikh Fawzan, meaning those who are alive. I'm thinking Sheikh Fawzan, Sheikh Abdul Aziz Ali Sheikh, we have the like of Sheikh Luhaydan, we have the like of and others. Of those who stand out with most, those are of those ones that we look to and try to benefit from them as much as possible, and others. That's just some, not all.
The masjid has often been requested to make a bayan regarding specific individuals. Is it wajib for the masjid to clarify its position regarding individuals that there are doubts around? What is the way of the Salaf with regards to testing the people with regards to their positions they hold with individuals?
As for matters regarding that the masjid issuing a bayan regarding its position regarding certain individuals, that they said that's gone to the question that there's some doubt about them. As for matters there's a doubt regarding individuals, we need to refer back to the ulama. As the Prophet mentioned concerning in al-halal bayin wa in al-haram bayin, that there's things that are very clear and there's things that are not clear. وَبَيْنَهُمَا أُمُورٌ مُشْتَبِهَاتٌ, that there's things in between that are unclear. And in those things that are unclear, that are not known to many, then those things we need to refer back to the ulama. فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلَ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Return back to the ulama. And we return back to the likes of the ulama or the kibar of ulama of our time regarding what's their view and their position regarding with dalil, regarding those individuals that are being discussed per se, and then we can somewhat take a decision based upon this.
Sorry. Has the masjid got any connection?
So as for the bayan, the issue concerning the bayan regarding the masjid, the Brixton Masjid per se, issuing bayan or writing bayan regarding particular individuals that there's some doubt about them. As for many years that a masjid regarding whenever these things have come up, that we have put those things to the ulama and to some of the mashaykh. Now some of them who have visited us, we asked them publicly Now, not something that is asked in private, but something that is asked public regarding, that there are those who may have asked us that we need to put out a bayan on such and such issues. Is this something to be done? And all the advice that we have received so far is that there is no need for this.
Sorry. Has the masjid got any connection, and what's the position with regards to admission with regards to Abu al-Hasan al-Maridi?
Now, so as for the masjid, since I've been here, that as for the masjid, I know in general regarding that's its relationship with Abu al-Hasan al-Maridi, that there's none.
Is there a consensus amongst the scholars in the issue of making tabdi of Ali Hassan? If not, does that mean it is permissible to refrain from taking a position in this fitna?
Repeat the question.
Is there a consensus amongst the scholars in the issue of making tabdi of Ali Hassan?
Now, as for the matter, this matter regarding, is there a consensus, meaning ijma,
No.
between the ulama regarding tabdi Ali Hassan? As for this particular matter, I don't know of this ijma. I don't know of anyone who have claimed an ijma, where there's a clear position taken by some that they do not alter this view, and have written books and have tapes on this matter. So an ijma is an unfounded, unjust claim.
Does the masjid have an understanding of the mistakes of Ali Hassan?
And we are aware of some of the things that he has been accused of. We are aware of the things, many of the things that he has been accused of, as those things are in the general out there, and we kind of somewhat follow these matters. So yes, there's many accusations, and sometimes they keep changing and increasing regarding the accusation. So there's things that are being accused of. Yes, we're aware of those things. Some of them that most of these things that he have been accused of, he himself, and the thing concerns him, most of the accusations that have been laid against him, he himself have responded to them.
Come on. What are the objectives in the masjid in clarifying and making clear the situation of their dawah? What's the objectives?
And the concern of the masjid objection regarding of these ways of sometimes said that first we want our land concerns this particular majlis with Badi Ikhwan regarding this question, to understand that the intention and the purpose is not to defame and to defend anyone but the haqq, whether for us or against us. We have no side except the haqq. So that's the intention. So it's to kind of somewhat give our brothers here the this time that if they have they said there's certain burning questions or certain questions that are constantly being put out, that they wish to us to discuss these things. I will discuss these things before, but do it in this formal way. So wish to answer some of those questions. Or in the future, if there's need, that we may to answer other questions according to needs.
It is said concerning Ali Hassan that the jahr on him is detailed and the praise is general. So why don't the masjid apply the well-known principle in the science of praising and criticizing, that the detailed refutation takes precedence over the general praise?
These matters concerning jar wa ta'dil. There's a discussion between ulama regarding that. Yes, jar wa ta'dil is of the science of Islam and the science of al-hadith, that have qawaid are within the framework of Mustalah al-Hadith, Ulum al-Hadith. So this is of the thing concerning how one critique al-Riwat, concerning those people that narrated the Hadith al-Athar. Now concerning how we could treat them to know who are those people we can take from and those who cannot. Yeah. So the science of Jawatil established on that purpose and along that line, and have been used then and maybe still being used by some ulama who are still within this field of Hadith. But regarding concerning that, as mentioned, concerning that if we are applying the qawaid of jar wa ta'dil, is this the qawaid being applied here, or the matter concerning ar-radd al-mukhalif? As both have their own some things that are common, that share common between both, and also certain things that may be a little bit different. So regarding jar wa ta'dil, if it is a jar mufassir as they mentioned, so we said that the first thing would be concerning those people who are claiming that jar mufassir. Then we said it would be clear. So the ulama have given certain conditions concerning that. What are those jar that is mufassir? What are they? Because sometimes for one individual, something may be clear, but for another it is not. So the jar they may deem, a person may deem to be mufassir, very clear. Nam, it needs to be looked at to see, is it a jar that warrants for that person to be abandoned? Or we cannot take from him? Is this the case? So until those things have been provided and looked at and been studied, Nam, then it's just where it's the use of the jargon or the language of ilm al-hadith, not understanding its full principles. Nam, and you find that ulama of past and of present, that somewhat, they have different between themselves regarding hukum upon individuals that have been applied then and still applied today. And we can give many examples regarding this. Nam, but due to situation, it's not maybe the appropriate time to go into this discussion regarding these matters, but it's a matter for us concerning that if a jar is there, this is mufassir. Nam, we say, bring it, let's see it, and then we'll put it to the ulama of Ahl Sunnah. And more so, if a person wish, the people of hadith. No. And you give us those names of those ulama of hadith that you know today, that specialize in this field. And then we put it to them and let them look at the matter and then give us the outcome.
Jazakallah khair ya Umar, barakallah fiqh. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen.